Today's video is going to be how much I enjoy listening Pavane Summit Series 300B tubes in my system. Hello everyone, welcome to Tabama Hi-Fi Review channel. I've been using this newly released Pavane Summit Series for a while in my system, using it with MusicShare X9. I started off with 300B tubes, which is retail for $760 for match pair that you can currently buy online or directly from Pavane. They come in very well protected, good quality packaging. It has certification and special coating and special treatments and everything that they did together to get the best quality production, including sound quality and build quality for Summit Series. That's why they named it Summit Series, right? So I review other Summit Series as well. They are very, very good tubes that they can offer for the money, right? Price is not cheap, but in hi-fi industry, sound quality that they can bring is tremendous value that they are offering. Tube rolling video and review videos are least popular videos of my channel. I don't know about other people or other reviewers, but I keep on doing it because love of tube sound, and for hardcore tube lovers that I like to share how my experience goes using these kind of tubes or different kind of tubes in my setup. My MusicShare X9 is using MusicShare branded 274B rectifier tubes and 300B, two of them MusicShare branded as well. Tanso 6S7 tubes in the middle, two 6S and 7 tubes from Electro Harmonics. Those are also going to be replaced with Summit Series 6S and 7 tubes. So that is going to be two pair of a tube rolling, pre-input stage and power output stage. In my setup, I started off pairing it with top-end D900 DAC, Eversolo T8 digital music streamer transfer, as well as my Sony HAP-Z1ES. T8 to D900 is connected with I2S cable. USB cable is connected from a Sony HAP-Z1ES. For the analog output from D900 is using AST Silver XLR cables to this X9, as well as my turntable setup, Denon DP47F with Denon DL301 Mark II MC cartridge, AST Pure Silver RCA connector to MusicShare X9 moving magnet phono stage using Sony step-up transformers because I'm using MC cartridge. That setup is tremendously musical, as well as soon to be reviewed Gasted Audio R2R deck that I've been trying right in this setup using the JBL L100 Classic 75th or Pioneer TAD S1EX towers for this review and tube rolling. And then I went all the way back to standard tubes as it came from a MusicShare factory and listen to it. That is sound signature and sound quality that I know and love. That's why I still have this MusicShare X9. So when I switch it back stock tubes, sound is a little bit, I would say, slightly flatter than using Summit Series, slightly less depth and a bit shallower kind of sound, but it still gave me sweetness of 300B tubes, tremendous mid-range quality, but those are gonna be totally transformed and improved when I change it to Summit Series 300B tubes. So when I changed those just to 300B tubes, I was listening at 55 to 65 dB range average if I'm using these speakers. So volume control knob is around 9 o'clock position. I will say this, MusicShare X9 300B amp never sounded better in terms of depth, width, and articulation of notes in the mid-range area the bass quality, I have to keep reminding myself, 2 of my 12-inch subs are not on. Bass quality is incredibly improved. Tremendously deep notes that it can deliver. I mean, better than most of the solid state amps that I heard. Only slightly behind my Accuphase E4000 is quickness and dynamic attack. Otherwise, pretty much comparable in deep, rich bass quality and articulation in those low regions. That is great achievement, because this is only 8 watt of power. I was like, man, this is a treat. Incredibly good sound for the depth, and because most of the sound systems, solid states or what, Class D or whatever you choose, many of them will be lacking in depth without involving DSP or EQ or anything like that. So this one doesn't even have tone control, and I was like, this is why I love this hobby. Listening to my favorite music, listening to same tracks, especially when I'm reviewing over and over again. Most of the notes I know by heart, right? Listening all those music back and forth, and I was like, this is so nice. Biggest improvement I heard with this Summit Series 300B from Pavane is tremendous soundstage and soundscape with layering effects and refinements that I'm hearing. Very well spaced out notes with articulation and definition, as well as keeping resolution with good refinements in those notes that it can deliver. I mean, this is one of the best ever experience and best ever sound that I heard out of this X9 in my system. Then I started rolling Summit Series 6S and 7 tubes match pair that I have. Dynamic attack is improved. Background is clearer and cleaner, right? And then spaciousness is improved. High frequencies such as hi-hat strikes or cymbal strikes or those kind of notes are very realistic. Voices and vocals, incredibly realistic. I'm listening that combination. And then spaciousness that we enjoy, airiness and liquid mid-range quality and layering effects, and everything is enhanced and improved over standard Electro-Harmonix 6S and 7 tubes that come in this Musicshare X9. Tremendous improvement, like never heard of, changing the tubes. Micro details and resolution and refinements, airiness and spaciousness is best I've ever heard of using either of my speakers. I always use 4-ohm tap no matter what, any speaker less than 95.6 dB sensitive, because no point of using 8-ohm tap for that kind of sensitivity in my opinion. That worked out great, right? Sound quality improvements and realization of how much it can deliver. Summit Series tubes gonna be high volume investment, I will say, if you're after tremendous sound quality improvements. You will be awestruck and enjoy the music all over again. And if you have any other type of 300B tube amplifiers from different brands, you will totally enjoy it. I'm pretty sure of it, right? Sound quality, the price that we are getting, let's say $760 for a pair of 300B tube is. Replacing those two tubes are better than replacing a deck. That's how I will put it. That's 6S and 7 Summit Series, same thing. Those are going to be tremendous improvement. Very good sounding combination that we can put together if you have similar amp like mine, like X9 or Light Magnetic also offer very same designed with different look and they're branded. So these tubes can be very good option for you to consider. I mean, when I'm listening that sound sample track, I was recording that track. EV Sense, while I look at you, rhythm notes are right here in the middle. Three-dimensional sound stage with very nice layering with half voice on top. Kick drums, it come in from the right, coming to the left, and side drum, cymbal strikes, hi-hats, and all that come along. I hope you will hear in my sound sample, but please remember, online sound samples are always 50-50. Highly recommend you to listen with your favorite monitor headphones to hear the best. I hope you can hear it back because it's all limited when I'm re-recording the actual music playing in my system, but that is the last resort. So overall experience is super positive in musical sound that I can enjoy. Doesn't matter any type of music I listen to. I listen to Kendrick Lamar, Charlie XCX, everything, modern pops and rocks and everything that I listen. I was like, wow, this is how music enjoyment should be, even if I'm listening modern music. Today, I was listening with this Gaster R30 R2R DAC and this X9 with Summit Series 300B and 6SN7. Rich and very well articulated notes with total high-end hi-fi sound quality, like richness and boldness and depth that it can deliver, regardless of the type of the deck that I try. As of right now, I try mostly top-end D900 1-bit DAC or Gaster R2R R30 DAC. And also momentarily I try with ESS and some EKM chips. Regardless of the type of the DAC that I try, this 300B and 6SN7 Summit Series tubes are total hi-fi, high-end sound that I can totally, wholeheartedly recommend it to you to try it, my friend. That is the experience that I like to share with you. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
And I'll tell you what I think. Give me the passion without the bleeding, and I'll tell you why I blink. Whoa, now don't say nothing. Whoa, just let time pass. Whoa, just think of something while I look at you. Oh, I love to look at you. Shadows and all loose connections, and I'll tell you what I know. Give me a roadmap of your heart's directions, and I'll tell you where I go. Whoa, don't say nothing. why I blink. Whoa, now don't say nothing. Whoa, just let time pass. Whoa, just think of something while I look at you. Oh, I love to look at you. Give me your shadows and all loose connections, and I'll tell you what I know. Give me a roadmap of your heart's directions, and I'll tell you where I go. Oh, I love to look at you. One good reason, and I'll tell you what I think. Give me the passion without the bleeding, and I'll tell you why I blink.